All right. Good morning, tubers. Well, not good morning. It's actually afternoon, sort of. It's about 11 o'clock or so. Uh, I think today, instead of actually cooking something, well, we might cook at the end of the video just to show you. Um, but what we're going to do is we're going to show you how to make a rocket stove. Now, this won't be a mini portable rocket stove. This will be something you can set up at your campsite or river lot, for like early morning breakfast cooking, so you don't have to actually fire up another fire from, or something like that. You'll be able to cook some eggs and bacon or boil water for instant coffee or whatever have you, whatever you want to do with it. Uh, Fuel wise, it'll just take sticks and twigs, stuff you find, yard debris, stuff you find on the ground. Very cheap. Uh, I think total cost of making this stove will probably be around $5, $8 maybe. Uh, Hopefully I have enough stuff. I didn't even check it out. I kind of got up this morning and said, you know what? I don't want to do all cooking. I want to do, other stuff as well. So what we're going to do now is we're going to walk over to one of my other sheds, see if I can get one of my busted ass four-wheelers to fire up, and then we'll take a trip down to the boneyard and see if I can come up with what I need. All right. So what we'll do is we'll take a trip over to my other shed. Welcome to my other shed. Let's see, which one do we want to take? Probably old red here. We'll get that one pushed out and we'll take a trip down to the boneyard. All right, did we have fun? All right, yes, I had fun. So let's go over here and see what we can find. Let's see. All right, guys, I found some great stuff down here. I'm always happy with what I find when I come down here. No, this is not my boneyard. This is my neighbor's. And don't go stealing stuff from your neighbor. I called him first, asked him, could I hunt and peck around for some stuff? And he said, yeah, sure, that's fine. Mainly because he eats at my house all the frickin' time. But that's cool. That's why I cook. But all right, we're going to head back up the mountain and we'll get some stuff done. Was that fun for you? All right, guys. So I found a lot of good stuff down there. I got this here piece of pipe, which is going to work out perfect. This will be for our chimney and for our fuel. This 5-gallon bucket. If you guys have an old, hopefully you got an old one that you're not going to need, because it's going to be pretty much destroyed after this project. And we got a 50-pound bag of Saccharine I had laying around. I'm hoping that it's still good. It kind of sat out here in the shed over the winter, so hopefully it's still good. Not a whole lot of moisture got to it, I don't think. So we'll work with that. And yeah. So the first step is going to be taking your pipe, and you're going to put a 45-degree angle on it. You're going to draw a 45-degree angle, and then you're going to cut it. All right, so there's my 2 halves. It's not exactly a 45. I had to use a Sawzall to cut mine. If you guys got one of them fancy, what are they, chop saws where you can angle it at a 45 and cut your pipe, hey, great. I really recommend using that. All right, next thing we got to do is make a template of the pipe diameter. And you can use paper or tin or whatever you have available. So I'm going to make me a template real quick, and then I'll show you what to do from there. As you can see, I just took a piece of paper, trace the outer diameter of the pipe. And what we're going to do is we're going to set this, see that, just a little bit off the bottom edge there. We're going to trace that, and then we're going to cut that out. All right, we've got that traced on the 5-gallon bucket there. You're going to take yourself a drill with a bit, and you're going to make yourself a starting hole, or you can actually just go all the way around it, you know, if you wanted to, but that just takes too much time. I'm just going to make me a starter hole and then cut it out with my Sawzall. All right, so there's our hole. You know, it's not perfect, but that's okay. Our pipe fits in there a little bit looser, but what I'll probably do is just put some duct tape around it for right now to hold it, and you guys will get the concept. All right, we'll get started. All right, friends, this is what we have now. See, we've got our one bag didn't quite fill it. If you want to put a second bag in and fill it all the way up, you know, feel more than welcome. I'm just doing this as an example. And this little bit will probably just go down to my son's camping area down the mountain a little bit, and he'll use that just as like a mini fireplace or whatever. You know, instead of having to find camp firewood and all that stuff, this will keep them, you know, be nice to huddle around. And you'll see why after this cures. What we're going to do is probably let this set for, I don't know, 30 minutes to an hour, and then we'll pull these pipes out. So, all right, we'll see you then. All right, tubers, so look, I let it cure for a little bit longer than an hour, because I think I put a little bit too much water in it to begin with. So what you want to do at this stage, you can see, just so it gets, you know, your thumbprints are kind of hard. Sit there, just rock it back and forth, these pipes, twist them. You can pull them right on out of there. And take a look. Yeah. That should be all right. Go ahead and try to get this one out. we go. See that? That will be our burn chamber. Now I'm going to let that cure probably for the rest of the day, and then I'll show you later on how to get that out of the barrel. Alright friends, so what I did was I cut that barrel off it. You can see my cut lines. No big deal there. Put a little kindling in there, some dry straw or grass, whatever have you, some bark, and on top I just used a couple broken pieces of tile that I used to retile my kitchen counter with. That'll give us some airflow up top here, and the object is to have the air go in, keep the fire burning, and draft basically out. What I'm going to do is I'll light this up and we'll get a pan on there and I'll show you a little bit of cooking on it. Alright, as you can see, we got a fire going. We got a pan on top. What we're going to do is just nice and simple today. Almost forgot the oil. Put a little oil in there. You don't have to, but I like to. Okay. Nice flamage coming out the top. I'm going to try to do this one-handed, guys, so bear with me. Ah, damn eggshells. Ouch. We got our egg on there. A little windy today, so I have to keep watching my fire a little bit. But put your egg all going there. A little piece of ham on there if you want ham. That could easily be a piece of fish or whatever you caught in the lake this morning or yesterday, or a piece of venison, turkey, what, if you're out hunting. Whatever you got, whatever you want. Nobody's going to judge you for what you eat for breakfast. How about that, tubers? Look at that. How nice is that? It'd be better if I could use both hands to cook, but we'll give that a minute. Alright, here we are about 3 minutes later, and you can stack all that on that bread and take a bite. Again, if you're using two hands, this is a lot easier. Unfortunately, I got to use one to hold the camera. Sorry about that. Look at that. There you go. Grilled ham and cheese. Nothing but twigs and bark and
little bit of cardboard.